guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I wanted to talk about some plants that I'm rehabbing right now. So I got these two Anthuriums from one of my local nurseries here in Toronto and they're not looking too hot, but I'm gonna rehab them. I'm gonna nurse them back to health and I'm hoping this will work. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. I've got these plants a couple days ago. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with today's video. But before we get started, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And yeah, let's get started. So I don't think these were labeled correctly when I bought this at my local nursery because it said it was an Anthurium clarinervium, and I really don't think it's a clarinervium because it looks completely different. I personally think it's a crystallinum. It's a little beat up. Okay, so there's some browning. Actually, it looks like there's a hole in here, and like the tip is kind of ruined. But it's a really big leaf. Like if you do a head test, this is almost the size of my head. So that is the uglier leaf. This one is a nicer leaf, I think. I personally think so. Like, it's a little darker. It's not as brown, only the tip's a little brown, and just not as damaged overall. So I think this is a crystallinum. If you guys think it's a different plant, please comment down below. I don't really know much about Anthuriums, but these are my first ones, and I bought two of them. The other one looks different from this too, but I still think it's a crystallinum as well. So I think there's so many different varieties. Let me show you the other one. So this guy is my other Anthurium. It's a lot smaller. I got them both for the same price actually. The veining on this guy is really pretty. And I actually think this guy is doing better despite this giant hole at the bottom where the tip used to be. But it's a lot rounder, so I think it might be a hybrid of a Dorayaki Anthurium, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna go with crystallinum for now. And yeah, they're both doing well. When I got this one, they were both in this size pot. So as you can see, I actually repotted this guy into a smaller 3.5-inch pot just because the root system on this guy wasn't as extreme as the big guy. And there were definitely roots on there. It was probably about like 2 inches long, but there were only like 3 or 4 roots. So I decided to repot it into something smaller to prevent any root rot. And I think I see a new leaf coming out on the side. It's really hard to tell, but if you look closely at the stem, I think there's a little something there. But yeah, there's no root rot. There's nothing wrong with it. I think this is a lot of shipping damage and just stress when they imported these plants, because I don't think they got these from a local seller. I'm pretty sure they imported these from overseas, probably Indonesia, Thailand, one of the Southeastern Asian countries. This guy, when I got it, the roots were pretty good actually. So I just put it back into its pot. I did kind of brush away some of the soil at the top because I noticed that they planted the Anthurium a little too deep into the soil. So I wanted the growth point and kind of like the crown to be exposed a little bit more, because I think that's how you're supposed to have Anthuriums. I'm not 100% sure. I am no expert by any means, but from the videos that I've seen, that's what they've been telling me. Another way that I've been rehabbing these plants is I've actually been putting these in my propagation box. So they're in with my Hoyas. The smaller one can actually fit in my Hoya box, so that's nice. This one has its own propagation box just because it's so tall. I don't have a box that is that tall, so I actually have to put like a box like vertically, and I have some sphagnum moss at the bottom just to kind of increase the humidity since it doesn't have other plants in there with it to kind of help with the humidity. So there's some sphagnum moss in that one. The other smaller one is in my Hoya propagation box, and there's probably about like 6 to 8 plants in there, so that's why that one's doing great. And yeah, there's been no sign of any decline since I've bought it. So it's been about like maybe 5 days or so, 3 to 5 days, I can't really remember. I bought it sometime last week, and I've been misting the box every single day and opening it up to let some fresh air in so that there's no mold growing, because we don't want mold in our propagation box. And I've been inspecting it for pests and I haven't seen any. And I think it's been doing okay. I'm just waiting for the new leaf to come out, and when it does, I think it'll be absolutely amazing, looking much better than the condition of these leaves are. But hopefully these do well. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss out when I do update you guys on these Anthuriums. And yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but I did get these for really cheap. I got this, they were both the same price and they were $40 Canadian. And that's a really good price. I think normally if I were to buy this online, it would be maybe $90 and then I'd have to pay for shipping. So I would say I pretty much got these for like 50% off. So that's why I don't mind rehabbing them. And yeah, it's hard for Canadians to find like more uncommon rare plants, especially Anthuriums, just because, I don't know, I don't think there's a lot of private sellers and a lot of nurseries don't usually carry Anthuriums. They carry more of the common household plants. And I'm just really into the Anthuriums and philodendrons recently, so wish me luck. And yeah, that concludes today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.